I had an epic unboxing yesterday. I don't want to say it was ruined by this, because this is a hell of a freaking book. The class of the books that I unboxed yesterday: Newsstand, Power Rangers #1, first print. I still have some second prints that are even probably rarer than this one that are going to be coming soon. I don't know if I'm going to get a 9.8 on those, but of course it was damaged. Damaged case in the back only. Does not appear that it went through the book because it didn't break in the front here. I saw the scuff marks, but I did miss that. Okay, I was so tired last night. I'm actually tired tonight too. It's going to be back-to-back videos. Very tired spec collector, but I have to do it because I have another 25 books here. I'm going to tell you though, it's not going to be as epic as this one was. Now this one, I peeked through the grades, but I didn't see all the grades. I only saw 361, and I did see the Thor 337s. All right. But the truth is, I didn't see most of the grades for that last unboxing. I kind of wanted to keep it kind of secret for myself. These, however, I saw every single one. Now, I don't remember all of them right off the bat, but I did see them. It's not going to be as epic as the one from yesterday where I had 13 9.8s out of 25. This is the one that had the 3 damaged books. So I wanted to see the grades, just because if those books were damaged, it's quite possible that the package might have caused some damage on some of the other books, and I have one giant book here. Giant book. There's a book here that in a 9.8, now it's not going to be a 9.8, but in a 9.8 it's a $20,000 plus book. In a 9.6 is a $5,000 book. At least, I would say at least a $5,000 book in a 9.6. But I did not get that. We're going to unbox this thing, and I'm going to be looking at this book because I showed that book before I sent it out. I showed that book when I bought it. It's a book that went into the keeper pile. There's a couple of books here that are in that keeper. Alright, let's go. Alright, this one's going to be another long video, I'm sure. Okay, that's where the space where the other 3 were supposed to be. The 3 books that were damaged were Ultimate Spider-Man #1s, 2 of them, and X-Men Annual #14. 1. This baby right here, first one. This baby right here came out of my PC. This was read by me multiple times, and I lent it to my cousin to read. That might have been a mistake. Nah, it's not. You know what? Me and him, he's like my brother. So he knows how to treat books too. And see that? That was the one reason why I thought that this wasn't going to make a 9.8, and it should not have, which it did not. But I'll take a 9.6 in this. I'm planning to get the maybe a hardcover when it comes out. I love this story, Aaron's best storyline, and I ended up getting the label, the special label for it, Thor label. So this is the first appearance of Gore. You guys know that already though, right? And this will be put up for sale. I have other books that I'm going to send in that are also from my PC of that run that I'm also going to sell as well. I'm going to inspect most of these books. Okay, that one I kind of knew wasn't going to be a 9.8. I'm going to inspect them because I want to see if there was any type of blunt damage to the other books. Nah, this is pretty tight. Tight. Scuffing right there. We're gonna look at the back on this. Look at that scuff right there. Remember the scuff from yesterday? That could be blunt damage, right? Is that it? Nah, that's not blunt damage. Nah, that's not. That's part of the book. This might have been a very harsh grader. This might have been a very, very harsh grader. Chances are this guy was. Wilbert said from yesterday's unboxing that maybe the grader, I got the right guy on the right day, pretty much. And he might be right. You know what? That right there might be the reason it's a 9.6. It's a very minuscule thing that you don't even see when you're looking at it like this. But this guy had his bifocals on. But that's, I don't know. It's a little stingy for a 9.6. Pretty stingy for first Vulcan. I have multiple 9.8s, and I have one out for sale that right now, for some reason, he kind of turned kind of cold. Alright, this is my first X-Men Annual 14. I sent three. Did I send 3 of these out? I think I sent 3 of these out. So I should have 2 of them in here. 9.4. I've never received this book in a 9.8 ever, because of that right there. You see that? That's definitely not blunt damage from shipping. That's gonna be from the book. Yeah, these square bound books, always, man, they always have some type of issue, almost always. I thought I had a shot with one of them, probably the one that got damaged. Yeah, see, this one's not even centered properly. But it's a 9.4. This is technically the first appearance of Gambit, but everybody knows, every serious collector knows, Gambit's first money, the money book anyway, is 266. There's no denying that. Alright, I'm gonna go with this. This is you know what, this is just something I'm picking these up for cheap, okay? But this is just the cover of that. From the moment that I saw this in the newsstand, I just loved it. Loved this cover. You know, this is a book you just picked up and collected. At the time, I only picked one up, but off of the newsstand, right? But I've been buying them recently only because when Wolverine comes, these classic covers are gonna become hot. I thought this was a little bit harsh. Let's see. That's a 9.0, man. Now you tell me if this is harsh. Okay, here it is right there. And it's one right. There's a little thing right there too. Yeah, maybe not so harsh, right? Maybe not so harsh. Reason why I'm looking for blunt damage, it's because of the grade that I got on the big boy book that's in here. There's a couple of big boy books in here, but one in particular. Okay, another one Again, you can pick these up for cheap, guys. Cheap. And in near mint. Okay. This one came back as a 9.6. Got these with Wolverine labels so it can pop. And that is a little bit harsh. That right there can make it a 9.6, I guess. That can make it a 9.6. Nothing in the middle of the book, nothing in the meat of the cover. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll accept it. Accept it. Oh, like I have a choice. But yeah, definitely a 9.6. Definitely a 9.6. Well graded, no doubt. Beautiful cover. That's all covered by right there. Alright, we're gonna go. No, we're gonna save this one for later. Save that one for later. Alright, the next line, X-Men 14. Okay, next X-Men 14 annual 9.6. You know what? I'm not, I'm pretty satisfied that maybe they were right. It's only the 3 that were damaged. Pretty satisfied with that. Do a quick run through of the rest of the books. This is not the right time to sell Gambit yet. Okay, it's not. However, I'm probably gonna sell some of these, and the reason is because the bills are piling up. You know, when CGC has this this amount of books that are backed up, and right now they're trying to play catch up, and it's just creating a situation where they're sending a ton of books. 9.0, they're sending a ton of books out, and let's see, last month I had over $3,000 worth of grading fees and pressing fees. Actually, it was more. It was over $4,000 worth of grading fees and pressing fees to Mr. Kendra. Yeah, just to Mr. Kendra alone, it was close to 2 G's because of the amount of books that I sent them. And then to CGC, the pre-screens were coming in, and that was like 2 G's. See that right there? It broke color when I got pressed. That broke color. Sometimes you can't help that, you know, when a book gets pressed. Right, these books also were pressed by Mr. Kendra. Again, these books didn't have the same results as last night's books. Last night, that was epic. That was epic. Arguably, though. Ah, you know what? Those were pretty big books too. These are, they got some really big ones in this one, man. Some really big ones. Okay, 2 of these. I sent 6 of these out. I had 7, but I left 1 out. The other one, though, is probably after a press is going to be like an 8.0. I'll still send it out, though. Miles is not a book that you want to sell just yet. And this particular book is so hard to get in high grade nowadays because it comes in a poly bag. And look at this cover, it's black. The back is not so bad, right? Because you can't really tell much from the back, but from the front, that black, everything is going to show. Everything. You see that? That is a 9.0 all day long. Could they have gave me a 9.2 on this? Yeah, they could have, but the grading is subjective. I'm all good with CGC. All right, we'll leave this one behind. All right, let's go to this one here. Second one of the 6 is only obviously there's only going to be 4 in here. 9.6, that's looking a lot better, right? I was paying, I would say the average that I paid for these are probably average out to about 150 each, because some of them I paid $200 for. Probably 2 of them I paid $200 for. Alright, video died. Okay, but again, that black, see, look at that. This is one of the ones that could have been a candidate for a 9.8, but it has that little thing right there that made it a 9.6. Oh, it's got that too. That could have been a 9.4. Come to think about it, you know what? This guy, yeah, gave me a break on this one, no doubt about it. Gave me a break on that. 9.6. A little bit of a break. Alright. 9.0 and a 9.6. Again, my average price on these on all 7 is probably around $150. They have come down since. Okay, so, and everything Miles has come down, including the Ultimate Fallout 4s. You know, everything has come down from him. Okay, this is a newsstand of Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, first Firestar in comics. Comes back as a 9.2, and if I remember correctly, that should be correct, shouldn't it? Maybe not, man. You know what? He gave me a break on the other one. This one doesn't seem like I got a break on. Look at that. That's pretty freaking clean. Yeah. It's pretty clean. I mean, yeah, maybe a little something going on there, but not much. Yeah, man. What's up with that? This is a pretty big book. You know, Gary Kendra, bro. Look how freaking pretty. He cleaned this thing. He cleaned this. That's freaking white. This was a bit dirty in the back. That's a beautiful freaking book. That is not a 9.2. I am sorry. That's not a 9.2. Something might be going on. Even that right there. Look, 9.4, 9.6. I would have went as far as that. Alright. 9.2. I got more shots at this, okay, because I have other submissions going for this particular book that are going to be coming. Okay. Alright. Let's go to no. We'll save that one for later. Let's go with this one. Okay, this one went into the Keeper project. 9.0. Paid $150 for 2 of these, and both of them are in here. Okay, $150 for both of these, and we're gonna do the numbers after this is done. I thought both books were in really good condition. See? Yeah, see, alright, let's look at the book and then we'll see if it's a little harsh. It's looking a little harsh right there. Maybe that staple has a little rust. Okay, you know what? I'll accept that. That little staple, I did not see that. Little bit of a rust. Yeah, rusty. Rusty staple right there. Man, that's what brought me down to a 9.0. Oof. No, that right there brought me down to a 9.0. Yep, that right there brought me. Hey, you know what? What's right is right. Can't complain until you see the entire book, right? Then you can complain. No complaints. 9.0 it is. $150 on that. We'll do the numbers. Do the numbers later. Alright, here we go. This one here I did pay some money for. Who did I buy this from? I think it was J1. J1 ABOB. Look, everybody has their own way of grading. Now, J1 did say that this was a candidate. I don't think he saw it too well. I normally trust J1. I still do. I still trust him. The book is a beautiful book. It's still a nice book anyway. But I did see, you know, like these little imperfections like that. But they're very hard to see to the naked eye. You know, I still thought this would come back, possibly had a shot at a 9.4 or 9.6. So I'm very surprised this came out as a 9.0. I do like the back cover here. And if you see that, I mean, they were harsh with a 9.0 on this one, I think. I don't know. I think this deserved like a 9.4. Like I'm kind of like with J1. I don't think it was a candidate though, but definitely near mint without a doubt. I thought 9.4. Hey, still a great cover. It pops with that. Okay. This is another one I bought from J1. Now, I bought 2. This was also supposed to be a candidate. At least this got a 9.2 though. First patch. I have 2 books here. One Wolverines here. One was by J1. The other one was by Mr. Robert. Hold on a second. Robert Burke. This is a pretty book, man. Come on. 9.2. That's another book that I'm thinking. You know what? I wonder if the other one was J1's. I know that Burke's book looked a little bit better, and I paid less for that one too. That's a pretty freaking book, man. Alright, let's check it out. Let's admire that cover, that back cover first though. Okay. Okay, you got a little bit of something going on right here. That's it. Scuffing. That's it. Staple, man. 1, 2. It doesn't pass to the other side. The other side is 3. See, on the white, you don't. It's not as noticeable. Let's see if that passes to this side here. See? Just a little nick it passed. 9.2. Could have been a 9.4. That could have been a 9.4. Yeah, I think that was J1's book. Hold up. I made a mistake here. It's a 9.6. I thought it was a 9.6 that I was getting. It's a 7.5. Okay, so that was Burke's. The 9.2 is Burke's. The 7.5 is J1's. Yeah. Damn, I thought it was. See, this is what I'm talking about. I saw the grades, and for some reason I was thinking that I had a 9.6 on this. Nope, it was a 9.2. Damnation. Alright, that one was Burke's. This one's J1's. Oh, that's... Let's see if they're harsh on this. Man, I'm going way too slow for this unboxing. Damn, my mistake. My mistake, guys. My mistake. That is... Let's look at the back to see if this is freaking harsh. This definitely appears to be on the harsh end all day long. 7.5, that's atrocious. I mean, do I have a torn page on the inside here? Why don't I remember this as a 7.5? You know why? Because I was looking at other books. That's why I was looking at the bigger books. Damn, I thought I had a 9.2 and a 9.6. Fudge. Is what it is. Alright, those are gonna be losses. Not the Burke book though. Burke book won't be a loss. Cause I got it pretty cheap. J1 book will be a loss. But J1 also, I have a book by J1 here that I'm making up that loss on. Okay, let's go to... Okay, nothing but big books here now. Okay, let's go to the smaller book. Let's go to the smaller book. Okay, here's where the 9.8s come in, and there's not too many 9.8s, guys. There's not too many 9.8s. But this is one, okay? This is one that I've been telling you guys. This is the first 9.8 I get on this book on a raw, okay? Mr. Kendra. I think, was it 3 9.8s or 4 9.8s that came? I think it was only 3. You know what? This was a little bit of a gift grade with that right there. That was the only thing on this book, though. First, I can care less whoever disputes this, okay? Not New Mutants 14. New Mutants 14 came out years after this one did. This is the first appearance of magic outside of Giant X-Men. Giant Size X-Men #1. Okay, this is magic or Magique. We used to call her Magique. Back in the day when she first came out, everybody called her Magique. Now everybody's calling her Magic. Okay, this is her real first appearance as an adult. Okay, if you read the book, you will see why. Alright, but the New Mutants number, I think it was number 14. I do have that book also. But it's not in great condition. It's titled Magic. Okay, it's pretty. This is a pretty book though. To the naked eye, you can't see that. That right there, you can't really see that. See that? You can't. You gotta really put a magnifying glass to it. It's beautiful. 9.8. This is now my 5th 9.8 in this book, because Magic will be a huge character. She deserves it. She gets so many great covers too nowadays. Alright, of the bigger books, that's the least. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Let's go to this one. Okay, so oof, 266 came back. The second 266 came back, the 9.6. Also paid $150 for this one, so I got a 9.0 and a 9.6 out of the bunch. I will take that. This was bought on a YouTube auction as well. I thought one of them had a shot at a 9.8. I thought it must have been this one that I thought had a shot at a 9.8. Nah, didn't come back as a 9.8. It's soiling, you see that? A lot of people say the soiling doesn't matter. Soiling does matter, man. It matters to perception. And when someone is grading, you know, a book, perception has a lot to do. It's subjective, you know. Cleaner the book appears, better they're gonna grade it. It's the bottom freaking line, okay? 9.6, I still take a 9.6 on that, especially for a book that hasn't. Nah, you know what? Nah, it's begun to move up. It's begun to move up, but it hasn't. It hasn't stopped. That is for sure. All right, the rest of them are pretty big. All right, here's a book that I've been looking for, and I've been buying. Okay, some of them graded. I actually bought a PGX book. I'm going to show it once it comes back. Bought a PGX book. Of course, it's not going to stay in the PGX. It looked really good in the pictures. Now this one, if you remember correctly, this baby was, let me see if I have it right here. Yes, I do. That baby was an 8.5. Amazing Spider-Man 149. Now, this is what I mean about perception, okay? You see the pages there? Off-white to white pages. So when people say, and I have, even though I respect Nick, he says, hey, learn to grade, right? He said that in his videos about cleaning, right? Learn to grade. All right. Because he apparently doesn't think that cleaning, I don't think he puts too much emphasis on cleaning books. It's perception. Grading is subjective, okay? The cleaner a book looks, the better everything about the book is going to look to the grader, okay? This book was dirty, especially in the back. The front was a little bit dirty as well. But Mr. Kendrick cleaned the shit out of this thing, okay? He cleaned it really well. I loved the colors on this when I first saw that label. I told you guys, you see this label? When you see this label, that book has not been pressed, has not been cleaned, okay? It was a book that was bought, you know, I don't know, probably a long time somebody held that book. I thought this book had a really good shot at a high, super high grade. It went up 2 grades, man, but man, I thought this had a shot at being even a 9.6. I really thought this had a shot at it. But hence it does not. See that right there? It don't quite remember that being on the book. Could have been in the press. Either way, though, went up 2 grades, and I got a much better label than that. Okay, and we're gonna do the numbers in a second. But the back was dirty on this thing, and look at what Mr. Gary Kendra did with this. Impressive Comics. Guys, if you don't know how to press, send it to a professional. You gotta send it to Mr. Kendra. That right there. Okay. Definitely could have been a 9.4 in my opinion. Definitely could have been a 9.4. 9.2. Definitely happy with it. I'm gonna be sending him more of these that are coming. They are coming. Okay. That's another book that was in the Keeper Project. Oh yeah, the significance of this book. This is the first Ben Reilly. Okay? First Ben Reilly. No matter what you think about the Clone Saga, Ben Reilly was a guy that was actually loved by some fans. I got to like Ben Reilly after they said that he was the clone. And the reason probably was because of this book. You know, when I first read this storyline with the Jackal and the original clone, which was not named Ben Reilly at the time, wasn't named until later. You know, I don't know. I just like the art. You know, Ross Andrew is the guy that did these covers, and the interior work is magnificent. Loved it. Loved everything about Ross Andrew. One of the most underrated artists. Nobody even talks about him anymore. All right, let's go to next big one. Now we'll go with this. All right, this was another one. J1 A1. J1 Bob. I always forget what his. All right, but it's J1. He said this was a candidate. I agreed. This was a definite candidate. Okay. 316. It is a direct. I thought this was a candidate without a doubt, but came back 9.6. Venom label. Still, I think I paid $216 for this. Yeah, no, this made up for the other one, for Wolverine. You know, this definitely made up for the Wolverine 7.5. I was hoping this one would come back at a 9.8. Really was. You know, even when you look at 9.8, you're going to see little imperfections. I think they have 3 graders that they pass it around to. Yeah. This could have been a 9.8, man. This could have been a 9.8 easily in any given day. See all that? Do you see anything wrong with this book? I don't really see much wrong with it, except for possibly this right there by the staple. Possibly. And well, you know what that is? That's the 9.6 part right there that gets you. That is the 9.6. You can't notice it like this. See? Can't notice that. 9.6 it is. Still a great book. Still a great book to have. And yeah, I'm happy with J1. Go to the next 2 books that are big. Yes, this is a big book because it came back at a 9.8. The cover A, of course, Ultimate Spider-Man. This is his first ongoing series. See, they don't gig that, this is still a 9.8. They could have easily gave this a 9.6. But if you look at any 9.8 book, I am positive you're going to find a little something, a little nudge somewhere. And some of them are allowed. So that's why I think that 316 could have easily been a 9.8 at one point, with maybe even with a different grader. Could have been a 9.8. 9.8. Again, I average $150 per book out of 7 books. 7 books, keep that in mind. Because we got a second 9.8. Now keep in mind also, 2 of them were damaged. So I could have had more 9.8s. Could have potentially had more. I had, so out of these 4, 2 9.8s, a 9.6 and a 9.0. That is killing it. Killing it. And what was I searching for? I was searching for the Stan Lee, man. I was searching for the Stan Lee variant. Great Expectations, man, got me on this book. Thank you, Great Expectations Comics, because without him I would not be searching for this. And I'm still looking to buy more of these babies. You know, this, when all is said and done, this is still his first ongoing series, you know. So this will always be in demand. Will always be in demand. And to have 2 9.8s out of 4, 2 out of 4 here, these are gonna be my only 2 9.8s out of that 7 bunch, because the 2 that were damaged, they're not gonna come back 9.8s, you know. And the other one that I didn't send, which is probably, like I said, it was gonna probably be an 8.0. All right, let's go to the 2 biggest books in this lot. First one. Okay, guys, I bought this from my comic shop, Lone Star Comics. Lone Star Comics had this at a 7.5 raw. Okay, I looked at it. This is a Mark Jewelers insert. Fortunately, it came back off white to white. I knew it would. Mark Jewelers insert. The fact that Mr. Kendrick got this to a 9.0, I thought it was probably in the 8.0 range. Okay, of course they did not geek me for that, because that's part of the history of this book. Okay, that star that they used to put on it. I've heard in other channels, I want to say Bronze and something Gods. They have a great channel, by the way. All right, but they said that Mark Jewelers were only one time, and I'm pretty sure I heard this right, that Mark Jewelers were only sold overseas. That is incorrect. I bought a ton of Mark Jeweler variants in Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, so they weren't just sold overseas. I don't know why they would say that, but I did catch them saying that in one of the podcasts. Anyway, bottom line is, got this to a 9.0. I've been trying to buy these, and I've been bidding and getting outbid on this. This book blew up, and it's gonna keep blowing up. The only thing that I saw in this book that had any type of damages was up here on the corner and right there by the number. But everything else on this book looked really nice. I think there was something here on, yeah, right there. Oh look, man, Kendra got this thing. He got this thing. He didn't get it out because that was a little bit color break right there, but man, he made it look like it was almost wasn't there. And look at the cleaning. Look at the cleaning this guy does, man. He's worth every freaking penny, in my opinion. This is the second biggest book of the lot, and this was the book that I thought, man, I thought this book was, it had a shot. I really did think this book had a shot. You'll remember it when you see it. I want to see what happened here. Maybe, was it me that was looking at this wrong? It's a 9.0, and it's off-white to white. I thought this was going to be white pages also. Okay? Was it me that was looking at this thing wrong? Let's look at this. This one's going to get a really good look right now. Alright. We'll start at the top. Okay. Don't remember that exactly like that. Okay. I don't remember this thing having ticks. Alright, come on. Yes, newsstand. That's why in a 9.8, this is a $20,000 book. In a 9.6, this is about a $5,000 book. You see that spine? Did you see anything on that spine? I mean, really? We're looking at this really close, man. Now, the good thing about this book is that you could also look at the back. Because the back is also black. Look at the bottom. And always work your way into the meat of the book. The meat of the book is phenomenal. Look at the colors on that. It just pops. The front of this book is not a 9.0 in my opinion. I better see some stuff in the back, because I might have to break this open and send it back. Okay, come on. Okay, here we go. See, that's the thing with this book. It's that black cover. Everything is seen. I'm sorry, man. I mean, is it me? Am I losing my freaking sight over here or what? It's got like little things there, but every single 300 has that. And nothing to me is breaking. Maybe a little bit of breaks right there. Maybe tiny little pin drops. Not even? Does that deserve a 9.0? Little thing right there. I don't know, man. Harsh. 9.4. 9.4 would be like probably what I would grade it the worst. A 9.4, not a 9.0. It's a big difference between say even a 9.6 and a 9.0. 9.6, 5 G's easy. 9.0, 1 G. 1. Still good, right? But it's had really high hopes on this thing. Still, I picked it up for only $350. All right, let's do the numbers. All right, so the sad truth of being a serious collector is that it costs money. It costs a lot of money if you care about your collection. You know, enough to protect them in cases like these. Make them look pretty, right? Make them look presentable. It's the only newsstand that I have right now. I am not sure that I'm through grading this thing. I just think that this could be at least a 9.4. I felt like that about other books, and but I don't know if this is the right time. And I've had good luck, but then again, you guys all saw the luck that I've had with the Blue Marvels. Even though, yes, I shouldn't cry about 9.6s, but I do. You know, I do. Is it the right time to send that book in to get regraded? Is it the right time? I'm not sure, but I don't think I'm done grading this book. Okay. All right. Let's go through the numbers. A lot of these books are going to get sold because of the cost. Look at this. This is just 25 books now, right? CGC charges were $584. They were supposed to be $661, but because 3 of the books were damaged, you know, and then these came also with the labels, the custom labels. I call them the special labels, but whatever. You know, it's less. It's probably less in shipping too back to me. So it ended up being $584. I'm assuming shipping to Impressive Comics at $12 because I rounded it to, I think, to $10 on the other 25. All right. 25 books, Impressive charges. Impressive Comics. So for pressing and cleaning, it's $338 for 25 books. But because 3 of them were damaged, I'm still incurring the charges on the pressing on those 3 damaged books because that's how much it costs, right? I can't leave those books out of the charges. It comes out to $934. It was only 22 books instead of 25. So the final price to get these books slabbed and pressed and looking pretty, $42.45 per book. Significant. CGC makes a lot of that money, you know. And listen, you're paying them for a service, so I'm happy with the service. Definitely happy with it. Yeah, I might complain that, say, a book isn't the grade that I think it is, but that's just a part of collecting, man. It's a part of speculating too. So you'll be wrong on some books, you're gonna be right on some books. Maybe you might be wrong on the upside in some books, you know. It's just a part of it, just the way it is. It's just the way it is. All right, let's look into the Keeper Project, because these are all Keeper Project books. I said in the Keeper Project, however, that not all of them are going to be kept. Some of them are going to be sold, but they are all meant to be kept. Okay, and I could possibly just keep them, but not all of them will be kept. I will be adding and subtracting from the Keeper Project. I do not expect to have many losses in this Keeper Project. I don't expect it. Will there be losses? There could be, but I don't expect them because I am picking these books. Now, it's not like I'm hand picking these books. I hand picked this book, okay? The rest of the books, I didn't see them. I saw them in pictures prior to buying them. This one, I saw it, and I held it in my hand, and I said, this is a great deal, you know? Okay. Let's go into the Keeper Project. All right, first book we're going to look at is a book from yesterday, Power Rangers newsstand. 9.6, 9.2, and a 9.8. We're gonna go. I ended up getting two 9.2s, a 9.6, and a 9.8. In the Keeper project, though, we put that in the value tier. Book actually went down a little bit in the raw. All right, bought those in April 9th. $231 for 3 of them, divided by 231 divided by 3 was 77 per book. The grading ended up being $35.90 from yesterday's haul. That's a total of $113.05 per book for 3 books, right? So I'm going to choose a 9.6 and a 9.2 and the 9.8 that came across with it. So, I mean, I could choose the 9.2 and then the other 9.2, make it a little bit more even since I'm choosing the 9.8. It is a keeper, right? The 9.8 will be a keeper without a doubt. I'm not selling that. That's staying in the collection, staying in the PC. But I am going to sell these 3. I just don't know if I'm going to sell them now, you know. But yeah, that comes out to 113 now. As far as sales go, sales are not there for the newsstands. The last sale that I saw for a 9.6 was an auction sale that went for under $100. I think it was $91. If I sell these books will not be auction books. Okay, they're gonna go buy it nows, not auction books, because you know, if you're gonna put something in an auction, it has to be something that's hot at the moment. If you're gonna auction it, if it's not hot at the moment, you're gonna lose out, and that's what's happening here. You know, so I just put a question mark on you know, because I know the 9.6, I'm gonna sell it for more than what I got it. I know I will, because well, at least I'm pretty sure I will. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. Next ones are going to be the 9.0 and the 9.6 X-Men 266. That one is going to be right here. Paid $150 for each of those. That's from AKM in Metaphoricals auction house on YouTube. $42.45 each. Comes out for each of them is $192.45. So we'll check the prices on the 9.0 X-Men 9.0 266. They go for about $187 to $263. So it's right around the 9.0 with the fees for the selling and everything. It comes out to about even with that one, with the price of the book. However, for the 9.6, it's $192.45 for the 9.6. Goes for $380 to $425 for the 9.6. It would have been great to get a 9.8, man, but so that's significant. So even if you sell it for $400, you could definitely sell that for $425. You're making out on it. Now, this is a kind of book that if you hold, once Gambit comes in, it's fire, man. It's gonna take off. Like, it's just gonna take off more, even though there's a whole bunch of them out there. But yeah, I'm not in a hurry to sell them right now. Anyway, not in a hurry yet. I might sell the 9.0. I'm definitely more than likely keeping the 9.6. We'll go to Amazing 194 and a 9.0. it is going for $664 to $750. Now keep in mind this is a Mark Jewelers, so $664 to $750. That one we paid $503, $42.45 for the slabbing and all that. $546. Come on. $546.11 final price. So from $546 is $664 to $750 for the regular one. This is a Jewelers. You gotta put a premium on the jeweler. I would have to think the jeweler will go for at least a G, you know. So if I were to sell it now, yeah, I'd make a pretty decent profit out of it. Okay, then we go to Amazing 149. Okay, this was a nice one, but it hasn't taken off. Also, this one hasn't taken off just yet. So Amazing 149. Does that go on to that? Where did I put that one at? Where did I put that one at? It's right here in front of my face. Amazing 149. Keep in mind, when I bought it, that was an 8.5. Now a 9.2 white pages. Okay. All right. 8.5 graded. Remember, the case was cracked, much like the Power Rangers case is cracked. I paid $196.19 because it was an old case, 8.5. $42.45 to get it regraded. Comes out to $238.64. There has only been one sale of a 9.2, and that was in August. That went for $555, significantly more than, where is it? How come I keep losing this, man? $238.64. Okay. However, the 9.0s are now going for less price. I know, because I just bought one for $285. Okay. It's one that had a lot of promise. So at least on pictures it does. I'll show you guys that book when it comes in. But yeah, it looks like the prices for the 149 have dropped, which is actually good. I mean, they've risen from where I bought it at, because I bought it at 8.5 at less than $200. There you go, 8.5 at less than $200. So they have risen from that, but then they've dropped from the highs that they were at, as most books have. All right. Then the last one is Amazing Spider-Man 300 in a 9.0. This is a newsstand. It's consistently going for around 900, between I would say in the high 800s and almost always in the $900 range in the newsstand 9.0. The difference between the newsstand 9.0, let me see what the prices are for the 9.4. Okay, Amazing Spider-Man 300 raw. I paid $350 for it, $42.45 to get it graded. Now I put it right on top here, and I left some space on the bottom. Why? This is the cost right now for that book. More than likely, because my cost is so low, I might get this regraded. I don't think it needs another pressing. Okay, I'll let you guys know if I send it out. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it yet though. But this looks like at least a 9.4 to me. To me, you guys tell me, okay? You saw it. It's high resolution. You guys are probably going to see it a lot better than me on a TV screen or on a computer screen. Let me know if it's worth it to send this out. Now, can it get higher than a 9.0? A 9.0 goes for around $950 right now, which is significantly more than what I paid. Okay? But a 9.4 goes for right around $1,500 in a 9.6. 9.6 in this is huge. Okay? It was going for $5,000. You know what? I didn't even check. The 9.6 prices. I'm gonna come back right now. Just like that, I'm back. Yeah, 9.6 has dropped significantly. The high for the 9.6 was right around $5,000 in a newsstand. It's back down to where the 9.6 was for the regular, which is around 2,500, maybe a little bit more than 2,500. So it has dropped significantly. However, the 9.8 newsstand is I don't know if it just sold or it's about to sell. The bidding was for $20,000, over $20,000 in Heritage. A lot of people don't trust the Heritage prices though, but yeah, it was like over $20,000 for a newsstand, and that should kick the prices back up on this book on the newsstand. Anyway, 9.4, however, goes for easily $1,500, so it would be worth it to spend another. It would be just for grading. And I would probably, probably put it on maybe standard with a rush in it. I don't know. Tell me if it's worth it. Guys, that's what I got for today. This is a long video. I hope you guys sticked around. I'm freaking falling asleep again. Later, dudes.